I've started.
A very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all present here on behalf of Government Engineering College, Bilaspur. I, Asmita Tiwari, Assistant Professor in Computer Science Department, Government Engineering College, Bilaspur, welcomes you all. I welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Divakar Mishra, Sir, retired IFS, our keynote speaker, Dr. Sanjay Kumar Sir, Professor, Head and Dean, Computer Science Department, Pandit Ravi Shankar University, Raipur, our Principal Sir, Dr. B.S. Chawla Sir, and Dr. Seema Chauhan Ma'am, CDC Bilaspur, Mr. Rahul Gupta Sir, HOD, Information Technology, GC Bilaspur. Now I would like to introduce our topic, cyber security. That is, we have all gathered here to attend this seminar on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is a collection of collective technologies or processes that are used to protect integrity, confidentiality of computer systems and the network that is connecting these computer systems. It's very crucial nowadays because we are, with the heavy use of internet, the security of that internet and the information that is crossing over that internet becomes very crucial. And for that, cybersecurity is very necessary for this era. Now, I would like to request our Mr. Rahul Gupta sir to welcome Rahul Gupta sir, HOD IT, to welcome this gathering. Sir, Rahul sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected speaker, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Professor, Head and Dean, Computer Science, Pandit Ravi Shankar University. Respected Divakar Mishra, sir, retired IFS, SPA, SPIU, our chief guest of today's webinar. Respected Principal, sir, respected Seema ma'am, and all HODs, and dear colleagues and students. Welcome to today's webinar on cyber security, organized by Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, Computer Science, and Information Technology. Today's webinar, students will be will be glad that we have a webinar on cyber security. This technology is very important and covers core area. This technology covers protecting our computers, network, program, data from unauthorized access and attacks. As you know, nowadays network security, information security, disaster recovery security is very important in our daily life. In this webinar, you will reach the knowledge about the identification, authentication, anti-spare. These all are the core areas of these technologies. I would also like to thank to most respected and most honorable Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir and welcome. We welcome you, sir, here to you, sir. And people like you are limited despite premature demise of his father. How can a person like you set an example before others? Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have the greatness upon them. And sir is really one of them. I respectfully call upon sir for his able guidance. Thank you, sir, for coming to this webinar. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it's a privilege to have Dr. Seema Chauhan, ma'am, CDC, GC Bilaspur, among us. I request you, ma'am, to please for welcome speech.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Clearly audible.
Thank you. Chief guest of today's function, respected Shri Divakar Mishra, retired IFS, State Project Administrator, TechCube 3 Project, SPIU Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Dr. B.S. Chawla, Principal, College Bilaspur. our today's expert, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Professor, Head and Dean, Computer Science, Pandit Ravi Shankar University, Raipur. Professor Rahul Gupta, HOD IT, Professor Saurabh Yadav, HOD CS, Faculty of CS, Computer and IT. Dear student, good afternoon to all of you. On the behalf of Career Development Cell of GEC Bilaspur, I would like to welcome you all in this expert talk on cyber security. In the series of the talk on the cyber security, this is the first phase which is being conducted for the student of electronics, computer science, and IT. And in the further, we are planning to organize it for the student of other branches also. Today's understanding of cyber security is not only related to the people of computer science, IT, or electronics, but all those who are using smartphone devices and network that is related to common people also. As engineering students, you will have better understanding of the topic in terms of its depth and breadth also. This will also help you to explore about it in detail, and you will be able to express the concept of cyber security in its simpler form to the common people also. Your learning should not be stopped here. It is my suggestion that each of you must disseminate your learning from today's topic in its basic form to at least a group of 8 or 10 people in your surrounding. With this, I would like to thank Shri Diwakar Mishra sir and Dr. Sanjay Kumar for sparing their valuable time with us. Thanks.
Thank you. Very much. Now I would like to request Dr. B.S. Chawla sir, Principal GEC Bilaspur, whose vision acted a catalyst in many success stories of this institute, to deliver the welcome speech.
Thank you, अस्मिता. अस्मिता, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. आ रही है, sir.
सबको नमस्कार. साइबर सिक्योरिटी विषय पर आयोजित इस वेबिनार के मुख्य अतिथि परम आदरणीय श्री दिवाकर मिश्रा सर, जो कि हमारे साथ कॉलेज के एक अभिन्न अंग बन गए हैं और हमारे सारे कार्यक्रमों को हमारा सौभाग्य है कि उनका आशीर्वाद मिलता है और सर की प्रेरणा से, उनके प्रोत्साहन से ही इंजीनियरिंग महाविद्यालय बिलासपुर नई ऊंचाइयों को छू सका है. आज के इस कार्यक्रम के जो विषय की बात हुई साइबर सिक्योरिटी की, तो इसके महत्व को डिफाइन करने की आवश्यकता नहीं थी, क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट ऐसे सभी लोग जिनके पास स्मार्ट डिवाइसेस हैं, मोबाइल फोन्स हैं, लैपटॉप्स हैं, कंप्यूटर्स हैं, वो इस विषय के बारे में प्रतिदिन कुछ न कुछ सुनते रहते हैं या इन समस्याओं से उनको दो चार होना पड़ता है. इस विषय पर एक्सपर्ट के रूप में कार्यक्रम में शामिल आदरणीय डॉक्टर संजय कुमार जी, प्रोफेसर एंड हेड एंड डीन कंप्यूटर साइंस डिपार्टमेंट रविशंकर यूनिवर्सिटी, ऑल एचओडीज, एचओडी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स टेलीकॉम प्रोफेसर मिश्राम, हमारे इंटरनल एक्सपर्ट्स इस विषय के प्रोफेसर विवेक राठौर, प्रोफेसर राहुल गुप्ता, सभी फैकल्टी और प्रिय विद्यार्थियों. साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बारे में हम लोग अक्सर महसूस करते हैं, हमको मैसेजेस मिलते हैं कि आपकी लॉटरी निकली है, आप इस लिंक को क्लिक करिए, और जिनको अज्ञानता रहती है जब उस लिंक को क्लिक करते हैं तो देखते हैं उनका पूरा खाता खाली हो गया है. या फेसबुक पे आपका अकाउंट है और आपको मैसेज मिलता है कि आपका कोई बहुत ही नज़दीकी दोस्त कहीं पर फंस गया है विदेश में और उसको आर्थिक सहायता की ज़रूरत है. या कई बार आप अपने मोबाइल को या अपना लैपटॉप खोलते हैं और आप एक्सेस नहीं कर पाते हैं, आपका पासवर्ड टेम्पर हो जाता है. या कई बार आप किसी और साइट को ओपन करते हैं पर आपको वहाँ पर एब्यूजिव मटेरियल देखने को मिलता है. ऐसी कई घटनाएं हैं. ये बताती हैं कि हम कितने सेफ हैं या हमारा जो डेटा है वो कितना सेफ है. तो जैसा हम सबको मालूम है कि आज जो मोस्ट प्रीशियस थिंग इन लाइफ इज देयर, दैट इज डेटा. For every country, most important thing is data, whether it is related to security, related to policies, related to finance. And if data is there, it needs proper security. Because whenever we are connected to net, till you are not connected to internet, you are safe. Once you access to internet, then the whole world is connected with you. And people are there who want to raise money, who want to earn money, who want to get information in shortcut at the earliest without much efforts. Those are the people who are hackers, who want to harm your data. मुझे विश्वास है कि आज संजय सर की जो वेबिनार है, इस वेबिनार से हम सब लोग साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बारे में गहराइयों से उस विषय को समझेंगे और किस प्रकार के थ्रेट्स हैं उनको जानेंगे और किस प्रकार से हम अपने आप को साइबर अटैक से सेफ रख सकते हैं. इस विषय पर आज का ये वेबिनार सार्थक होगा. इन विचारों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I feel very honored to have our honorable chief guest, Mr. Diwakar Mishra, sir, retired IFS officer and state project administrator, SPIU TechCube 3. Sir, I request you to address our students on this topic.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
आदरणीय संजय कुमार जी, आदरणीय प्राचार्य डॉक्टर चावला जी, उपस्थित सम्मानित समस्त HODs, फैकल्टी एवं डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज का जो टॉपिक है इसका महत्व आपको पूर्व के वक्ताओं ने बता ही दिया है कि कैसे हम लोग यदि मोबाइल या इंटरनेट यूज करते हैं तो हमारा डाटा चारों तरफ फैला हुआ है. इस डाटा को कैसे हम सिक्योर रखें ताकि हैकिंग या जो बातें आती है कि इस मिनिस्ट्री की वेबसाइट हैक हो गई या कुछ और कंटेंट डाल दिया गया, तो इस चीज से कैसे बच सकते हैं, इसके बारे में आज के जो एक्सपर्ट हैं वो आपको पूरी जानकारी देंगे. आखिर ये सिक्योर कंप्यूटर होता क्या है? तो इसके लिए 3 चीजें हैं. एक तो थ्रेट परसेप्शन, थ्रेट प्रिवेंशन, कि जो भी इसके थ्रेट हैं उसको हम रोकें, और डिटेक्शन, यदि मान लीजिए कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई तो उसको कैसे जल्दी से जल्दी डिटेक्ट करें, और रेस्पॉन्स, एक बार हमने प्रॉब्लम भी डिटेक्ट कर ली तो उसको कितनी जल्दी रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं और कैसे करते हैं. ये तीनों चीजें यदि हो जाती हैं तो एक आइडियल स्टेट आती है जिसको कि कंप्यूटर सिक्योरिटी कह सकते हैं. आईटी एक्ट जो भारत सरकार ने 2000 में बनाया, उसमें कुछ प्रोविजंस हैं साइबर सिक्योरिटी के संबंध में, और भारत सरकार ने नेशनल साइबर सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी 2013 में बनाई है. मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ने इस पॉलिसी को बनाई है. ये प्राइवेट और पब्लिक एंटरप्राइजेस जो हैं उनको साइबर अटैक से इंफॉर्मेशन की सेफगार्डिंग के लिए, जैसे कि पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन है, फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन है, बैंकिंग इंफॉर्मेशन है, और जो कंट्री की सिक्योरिटी से रिलेटेड डाटा है उसके भी प्रावधान इसके अंतर्गत किए गए हैं. सर्ट एक एजेंसी है जो कि इन सब चीजों को मॉनिटर करती है कि साइबर थ्रेट देश में कहां पर और कैसे हैं. और प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय में भी एक नेशनल साइबर सिक्योरिटी कोऑर्डिनेटर का पद क्रिएट किया गया है. इससे ये स्पष्ट है कि हाईएस्ट रैंकिंग अथॉरिटी जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हैं वो भी इस चीज की गंभीरता को समझते हैं और अपने कार्यालय में उन्होंने इस पद को क्रिएट किया है. कंपनीज एक्ट में भी इसके संबंध में प्रावधान किए गए हैं, और जो भारत के डायरेक्टर्स हैं इसके बिजनेस से रिलेटेड, उसके क्या क्या ड्यूटीज हैं और क्या क्या इनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं वो सब बताया गया है. इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट 2000 में बना है और इसको 2013 में अपडेट भी किया गया है। और ये एक बहुत तेजी से बढ़ता हुआ आईटी का विषय है। इसमें कैरियर की अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी काफ़ी हैं। कुछ जो कैरियर की अपॉर्चुनिटी हो सकती हैं, सिक्योरिटी एनालिस्ट और सिक्योरिटी इंजीनियर। इससे और बहुत ज़्यादा जानकारी आपको एक्सपर्ट द्वारा दी जाएगी। तो मैं ये आशा करता हूं कि आज का वेबिनार सार्थक होगा और हमारे सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स, जैसा कि पहले भी वक्ताओं ने बताया है, इसको कॉमन भाषा में सभी लोगों को, कम से कम 8-10 लोगों के ग्रुप में बताएंगे ताकि लोग इसके बारे में जागरूक हो सकें। हम में से कई परिचित लोगों के पास कोई मैसेज आता है और लिंक क्लिक करने पर या फिर एटीएम का नंबर लेकर के उनके खाते में से राशि चली जाती है। तो सभी को इसके बारे में जागरूक होना जरूरी है। ये एक कार्यक्रम बहुत अच्छा ही प्रयास है जीसी बिलासपुर का, जो कि हमारा राज्य का सबसे अच्छा एकेडमिक इंजीनियरिंग इंस्टीट्यूट है। और मैं इस वेबिनार के लिए अपनी शुभकामना देता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Our expert join कर चुके हैं शायद। Now I would like to
स्मिता मैम।
Yes, sir. हमारे एक्सपर्ट से आ गए हैं, तो लाइक करें। We have our keynote speaker, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Professor, Head and Dean, Computer Science Department at Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, Raipur. He is a member of Academic Council, Chairman of Central Board of Studies of Chhattisgarh, and Chairman of Board of Studies of Computer Science. He is specialized in computer networks and parallel processing. He has published one book also, and one book is in processing also on parallel processing. He has done his PhD in computer science engineering from Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, the MIT ISET. Sir is a recognized AICTE, UGC and NAC expert. Sir is a member of Standing Committee of Academic Council. A fellow of Institute of Engineers, Honorary Secretary of Institute of Engineers, Chhattisgarh State, Certified Chartered Engineer, Chairman of CSI Raipur, Chapter, Life Member of IET, ISPE and CSI, Awardee of Eminent Engineer by Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh in the year 2008 and by Home Minister of Chhattisgarh in 2009 and 2019. Facilitated by Institute of Engineers, Chhattisgarh State Center. Honored with Chapter Patron Award of Computer Society of India. Sir has undertaken many projects sponsored by UGC, many research projects. He has been Nodal Officer for implementation of MHRD sponsored NKM and other projects. Now I would like to invite Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir for this webinar on cyber security. Yes,
thank you, Smita madam. Very good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Mr. Diwakar Mishra, IFS, Dr. B.S. Chawla, Principal of GEC Raipur, Seema Chauhan, Madam, and all faculty members who are attending this webinar, and dear students. And first of all, let me acknowledge my sincere thanks to entire organizing team for arranging this webinar and to make me a part of this prestigious webinar. So, as you know, just before some time, Dr. B.S. Chawla and Diwakar Mishra, sir, both highlighted certain points like certain, etc. So I will try to touch all those points in my presentation. So now I'm starting my presentation and I am sharing my screen. Please allow me to share screen. Make me co-host. Please make me co-host so that I can share my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as you know, topic of my today's lecture is cyber security. I'm starting my presentation with two quotes. It is so simple to be happy, but it is difficult to be simple, said by some anonymous. If you cannot explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Albert Einstein. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together. Ratan Tata. So, just like national highway, there is information highway. On national highway, one has to take certain precautions, like to wear helmet, etc. On the road or national highway, you know that we should tie seat belt, we should wear helmet, etc. So similarly, there is information superhighway in which information travels, not the vehicles. And there should be certain precautions which are required to be taken by every user. But unfortunately, there is a tendency of dekha jayega. Let the accident happen. It is happening with somebody else. It is not happening with us, with me. So let us see what will happen. This type of tendency prevails. And that is the main cause behind these accidents, either on road or in internet traffic. So nowadays, as it was told by our chief guest also, very frequently we come across the news that this website is hacked or that account is hacked and this much of amount is withdrawn without his or her knowledge. Then, so I will try to touch the entire presentation in three respects: in infrastructural security, computer security, and network security. First of all, I would like to draw your attention towards infrastructural threats. This is power grid. And power grid is giving electrical power to ICT infrastructure, banking, finance sector, transport, rail, plane, everything. Industrial production, water resources, damage, etc., government services, all those. All these are connected through power grid. And this is called critical infrastructure also. So you can imagine that what will happen if somebody, some terrorist or somebody attacks directly this power grid. All the sectors will get disturbed badly. So now today's war is that cyber attack can cripple a nation without firing a single bullet. And therefore, future trend of war will be cyber war. And I am giving few examples also of this type of attacks. In Ukraine, there was a blackout in 2015. In Italy and Canada also, there has been blackout. Even in India also, in the year 2012, there was a certain part of India which had come under blackout. On 27 January 2016, also there was a severe cyber attack on Israel, etc. There are many examples. In India, as many as 16,000 approximately websites were hacked in the year 2018. And at one point of time, CBI website was also hacked by Pakistan. On 4th December 2010, Times of India, this news had come. And what is hacking? Hacking is unauthorized access for some illicit use. If without the knowledge of user, something is happening, then it is called attack. Okay. So, as our chief guest told about CERT-In, so as stated earlier, every individual or organization should be alert. It is not only the duty of government, but rather it is the duty of each and everybody to remain alert. Government of India is also quite alert and has established an agency called Computer Emergency Response Team, CERT-In India. This is just like Rapid Action Force, of which is the part of police affected by this. So CERT-In in India had issued an alert also in the September 2017. In ransomware, what was happening, that a sort of amount in terms of Bitcoin was demanded as ransom. Otherwise, your computer will get logged. And what is Bitcoin? So, Bitcoin is a digital or cryptocurrency which is not owned by any government. So, I'm skipping Bitcoin because time is not much. I will try to restrict within 75 minutes. So, king of spying. America is supposed to be king of spying. Every nation has certain intelligence agencies. America is supposed to be a king of spying. According to the ex-employee of CIA itself, it was admitted. Edward Snowden is an ex-employee of CIA, and he has admitted that America sniffs the data of entire world. I would like to draw your attention that some years back, a movie named Parmanu had come, and I don't know you have seen it or not. So that was regarding nuclear test conducted in Pokhran, and you know that in 1998 this test was conducted, and at that time BJP government was there, and before that Congress government was there in power, and PV Narasimha Rao ji was also very much interested to conduct this test, but America somehow could manage or pressurize India not to conduct this test. Then Narasimha Rao ji had told Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji personally that we could not conduct this test. You have to do it. So this was the spirit also at that time. Actually, what happens that maximum number of servers are located in America only, and therefore America can watch the activity of internet in entire world. Therefore, various countries like China, Russia, etc., they deploy their own servers For example, search engine. Even search engines are not safe, and Google is banned in China, Iran. Google is not used. Then what is used in place of Google? In China, it is used Baidu, in Russia, Yandex, Iran used, etc. There are certain replacements of search engines. In some countries, of course. Some of other replacements in China are for YouTube, they use Youku, Google Maps, like this, WhatsApp, WeChat. China has evolved their certain own search engines, browsers, etc. Surprisingly, in North Korea, internet is not available to common people. Then how they make use of their transactions, daily transactions, online transactions? There is a rather what is called intranet in entire country, and making use of that, they make their internet type of work. Web browsers are also not safe, and sometimes they steal also the information and may give in some other wrong hands also. So these browser means Google Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc., are also not safe. You can add JS Guard with Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome. JS Guard is available to increase your safety level at browser level. Similarly, UC web browser is also not safe. Cookies, notifications, and pop-ups are there. Cookie is a small piece of data stored on client machine, which servers use for communicating clients. So cookies are small programs, similarly, which are stored on client machine. You are the client. Client is that who makes request. Server is a machine which gives or responds to the request. Notification are the messages in form of sound, etc. And certain types of pop-ups also you might have seen coming on your screen. All of a sudden, some advertisement pops up. So we should we should block these pop-ups. And we should also block cookies also. Cookies are in fact not much harmful, but cookies occupy unnecessary space and create certain troubles. So for turning these off in Google Chrome, you can select setting by pressing on 3 dots on top right corner and select setting, and then in go in block cookies notifications, and you can easily block these things. Although I would like to mention that if you block these cookies notifications, your certain applications may not also run. For example, online transaction of State Bank, etc. Then you will have to, for the time being, allow also these cookies, etc. Surveillance. What is surveillance? Surveillance is a necessity of today. Because of growing menace of terrorism, surveillance has become even more important. In India, there are 12 intelligence companies. But surveillance and right of privacy are the two contradictory things. Right of privacy says surveillance should not be done. But surveillance is important also. So challenge is to protect the right of privacy, and today's function has mentioned it rightly that IT Act was enacted in 2000 and was that means modified in 2013, but still there is a need to further modify the IT Act at government level, because a lot of new social medias have evolved since then, and how to counter, how to take care of, or how to make a balance between privacy and surveillance, these are all required things which are to be dealt with. bugging. Nowadays, small cameras of the size of button in a shirt have come up, and these types of small cameras, these are available in hardly 1,000 rupees, and they can make recording also, and people are making use of these devices very frequently. So, as Dr. B.S. Chawla has pointed out, certain important parameters. So, I would like to give certain theoretical details. Information security has these parameters: confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and non-repudiation. Confidentiality means your message should be confidential. Suppose you are sender, somebody else is receiver, and third person is able to see that message, then he should not be able to read that message or understand that message. And for that, what is called encryption is done. Integrity means message should not change on fly. Suppose you have transferred 1,000 rupees and bank is receiving the instruction 10,000 rupees. What will happen then? Whatever your message was sent should reach as it is. Authentication, digital signature is done just to authenticate, just like ordinary signature. Non-repudiation means sender and receiver should not be able to deny to have sent or to have received. This point was also raised by Principal Dr. B.S. Chawla. So there are certain threats and prevention techniques also. Computer virus is the most common type of threat. Everybody knows. Program. This is a very small program and becomes memory resident. Permanently resides on memory. It increases slightly the size of executable file, and to avoid this, you should install antivirus programs. And time to time, you should, that means, scan your disk also. Similarly, worm is there. So, virusware used to be a threat earlier, but worm is a malicious computer program which duplicates itself. It is even more dangerous. Worm is self-propagating. It makes multiple copies and makes the entire disk full. As Chawla Sahab told, we should not open unnecessary links, unidentified types of links, unexpected attachments in emails. Keylogging. What happens? Keylogging means whatever key stroke you are putting on your keyboard, that is recorded in some log file. Suppose you are typing password, that is also recorded. So for that, in State Bank online transaction, you might have seen a virtual keyboard like this. Advantage of virtual keyboard is that this cannot be recorded. Therefore, State Bank gives this type of virtual keyboard. SQL injection is also a type of threat. Poorly written SQL statement causes this, and therefore you should write correct type of SQL statements. This is at programmer's level, not for users level. Trojan horse is also one type of attack. This is a malicious computer program, and some extra software is added to the program. Firstly, they appear to be friendly, but they steal information. I'm giving one example of Trojan horse. You know that in the year 91, our late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi ji was, that means, murdered in this manner. Some lady was trying to give some garland, and there was a time bomb in that. So, firstly, Trojan horse appears to be friendly, but in behind that, there is certain malicious program. So, time to time you should update your system patch files, and you should not execute a program unless you are sure that it is from a well-trusted source. Phishing is the attempt to obtain. That means phishing means just like Chawla Saab told, that suppose some link comes, that press or click on this link and you will get so much of amount or certain like this, any type of lucrative offer you are being offered, then don't click on those links. This is called phishing. Phishing means to that means bring you in that jacket. And bot is also a type of attack. Bot is a short form of robot. And as I told, client is a machine which makes request. Server is a machine which gives reply. So in bot attack, what happens? Client starts sending repeatedly the request towards server. That means server gets so much request that it gets hanged. Just like in your college also, when AICTE last date is there, or examination form is to be, that means uploaded or filled up, then what happens? Website gets crashed. So bot is a artificial type of thing. It is an attack which makes heavy requests and makes the that means server crash. So for that, this type of CAPTCHA is used, because you know that human is intelligent and machine is not intelligent. So suppose this type of CAPTCHA C is there, then you are told to type this CAPTCHA. So machine cannot do this. So this is how this type of bot attack can be avoided. Social engineering is also similar type of attack. That means phishing type of attack, and you should remain alert and vigilant. Spoofing is also one type of attack. A host pretends to have an IP address or phone number or email ID of website of some website of other to gain your confidence. You are getting a phone from your friend, but that phone is not coming from actually from your friend. It is coming from somebody else. This is spoofing. And therefore, you should deploy antivirus and deploy firewall also in your network. That means in your college network at GEC, Raipur, Bilaspur level, network should be secured, and for that firewall is to be deployed. On your computer level, you should deploy your latest antivirus software. Net user command is also a type of, this is not an attack in fact. This is a command, and you can set or reset the password. And suppose you allow somebody else to sit on your computer for some time because of any reason, then he can change your own password of your machine, and then you will yourself be not able to open your computer. And for that, best way to not allow, or if you are allowing, then allow him or her to work in guest mode only. If you are giving your laptop, desktop, then don't allow to work others in administrator mode. Allow them to work in guest mode. Then they will not be able to change the password. Always keep administrator and BIOS password. Administrator password means always keep administrator type of password, and this can be set by start control panel, go in control panel, user accounts and administrator. Similarly, BIOS password you can set, and to set and reset BIOS password, press delete button while starting or booting the computer, and then set BIOS password. This BIOS password will delete if you remove CMOS battery. One important thing, suppose some faculty member is setting question paper. Then he can safeguard his question paper or file containing that question paper by inserting a password in that particular file, MS Word file. Like this, you can make a password protected file. Alt F, prepare encrypt document in Windows 7 and notifications are coming. So this is how you can protect your file. Alt F, prepare encrypt document. In this manner, you can set password in your file, and in this manner you can make your question paper secret. Avoid clicking on remember password. This type of option should be avoided. Remember password. Never share your OTP, Aadhaar number, PAN number, etc. with others. Suppose some phone comes to you that I am speaking from State Bank, like this, ATM card, your ATM card will be blocked soon, etc. Then don't give your debit card, then don't respond to those phones. Similarly, even don't give your cards in others' hand, in petrol pump or in mall. What happened? Generally, people give their cards in wrong hands, and cloning may be done without your knowledge. That means similar type of card may be created, impression may be taken in a short while, and then similar type of card may be created also. So a lot of videos are available in YouTube regarding cloning. You can see that. So avoid giving cards in other hands. Think before click means don't go on clicking and clicking the mouse. When mouse comes in your hand, then you becomes free and go on clicking, but think before click. For example, suppose some sensitive email you have typed and you send it in a hurry. Email cannot be undeleted just like your WhatsApp message. You can delete your WhatsApp message, but you cannot undelete your email. Therefore, think before before click. So I had also received on 14/10/2020 a malicious link like this. This is the mail I received. I am giving just one example. This was the mail I received from from where? Income Tax Department, Government of India. In mail, there was written, "Dear sir, and you have paid 70,000 rupees and click on following link to get the acknowledgement." But I could manage to restrict myself, and this is the example of phishing. Now, I will try to tell about Facebook, WhatsApp, other online payments also. Interestingly, WhatsApp was founded by John Combe and Brian Actor in the year 2009. In the year 2009, these two scientists founded WhatsApp at California, USA, and both were ex-employee of Yahoo. And what happened that these two gentlemen were the employee of Yahoo, and because of some reason or other, they had to leave that job, and they applied for fresh jobs in Facebook, but they were not selected, and they then they started their own firm, and then they launched WhatsApp, and then the same WhatsApp was purchased by Facebook. you know, Facebook denied to take these two people, but Facebook had to purchase the WhatsApp, which was developed by these two people. In the year 2014, Facebook purchased WhatsApp in $20 billion. So it is said failure is a stepping stone to success. There are only 50 employees in WhatsApp, and WhatsApp makes use of what is called VoIP protocol. There is no advertisement, etc. in WhatsApp. Anyway, I'm leaving this. So in WhatsApp, when you install WhatsApp, then you give some permissions to WhatsApp. Facebook also, Facebook and WhatsApp both can access your data, can reuse your data, but they do not claim the ownership of your data. So in this way, you can see that you are giving Facebook, WhatsApp the license to use your data. Whatever message you are sending on Facebook, WhatsApp, that is not become the property of Facebook, WhatsApp, but they can use for their own uses also. So this is how it comes, and some encryption is done. I told about encryption. So this is the type of encryption. 128-bit AES encryption is done in Facebook. And in WhatsApp also, the same type of encryption is done. 128-bit AES. I told about encryption earlier, that to maintain confidentiality. And therefore, this is used by terrorists also. Because even if BSF types the message of WhatsApp message of terrorists, they cannot decode it. Even WhatsApp itself cannot decode it. Encryption is so much strong in WhatsApp and Facebook as well that nobody can decode that message. Only sender and receiver, they can understand. So this is the type of encryption. Aadhaar, you know, Aadhaar is the world's largest biometric ID system. Database of Aadhaar in India is 3,000 to 4,000 petabyte. And to handle such a large database, parallel computing is needed in order to handle such type of database. So actually what had happened, concept of Aadhaar, from here it came, that in the year 2000, when Kargil war was ended, then a Kargil Review Committee was formed. And Kargil Review Committee gave a proposal to the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji to issue some ID card to the villagers of border areas only. Then this same concept was applied for entire country. And then you know that, that on 23rd June 2009, co-founder of Infosys was made project head and for Aadhaar, and in Nandan Neil Kenny launched Aadhaar. Some of the mobile security awareness. So I told earlier also, pop-ups come, cookies come. So you should block these things. And these pop-ups are malicious, maybe, not always, malicious Java code. And therefore, malicious means with wrong intention. So make unknown sources in off mode. Make it off. If some transaction is needing to turn it on, then you temporarily turn it on and then make it again off. Similarly, don't give your mobile in other's hand. They may install some malicious code. Synchronize your contacts with Gmail account by setting whatever in today's era, what is coming, what is the problem? Suppose your mobile is lost, then everything is lost. Therefore, secure these things, at least your contact numbers in Google account. And you can synchronize this by setting account Google and like this. Go in Gmail account and press setting account and Google, and then you can synchronize like this. For maintaining the passwords, what happens? You have hundreds of applications. Each is having its own password. Then you can create a folder in your Gmail account and put all the passwords together. So in this manner, you can systematically handle your passwords, your own passwords. So add, show more folders, click on this, and then create new folder under the name of password maybe, and then put all your passwords there only. But a line of caution, don't put your ATM PIN number, etc. in that also. Because suppose your mobile is lost, then through your mobile, somebody else may enter in your email account also if you have not logged it. And then he may see the PIN, etc. So if it is very crucial information, then don't put anywhere. It is said that password should not be written, it should be only remembered. Don't make use of petrol pumps in mobile phones on petrol pumps. Various videos have come up how explosion has taken place. So don't take such type of, that means don't make use of mobile phones on petrol pumps like this. Incognito mode. You can turn browsing history off by pressing 3 dots on top right corner. Then select settings, privacy, clearing browsing data. In incognito mode means set the history off. Setting the history off. Suppose you have gone in a cyber cafe and worked over there. After you leave cyber cafe, the owner may sit on the same computer and may see what you had seen. So therefore, turn incognito mode off. That means in your mobile, you can see 3 dots coming on top right corner and select setting, privacy, and clear browsing data. In incognito mode, you will not turn browsing history off. Particularly, this is important for cyber cafes. Work in incognito mode. One more thing is YouTube for kids are nowadays coming, and there are parental controls like this, and you can log in YouTube for kids as parent, and then you can grant certain permissions to your kids that don't allow to work beyond certain time, or allow to work in that much of time only, or that type of a particular type of work only. So YouTube for kids is a very good thing. And Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Don't keep your Wi-Fi off. Keep your Wi-Fi off and put password in it. Generally, Wi-Fi remains on in our mobile and without password. What will happen? Somebody else may access through our Wi-Fi. Don't allow to use your Wi-Fi, and don't make use of unknown Wi-Fi also, because that is how your data may be monitored. Don't make money transactions in public Wi-Fi like railway station, airport, etc. A new type of attack had come some days back, Blue Born attack. which was coming through Bluetooth only. Bluetooth only. You are becoming very smart that we are making use of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth of somebody else without his knowledge. And you don't know that you are getting into the trap. So keep Bluetooth always off. Google Play Store is there. Download only through Google Play Store. Only those applications which are downloaded from Google Play Store should be used, because Google has certain policies, certain security policies. Then only Google allows an application to be downloadable from Google Play Store. Some years back, when election had come, had taken place in Chhattisgarh also, then one software was installed for and was given to all the presiding officers. But that software was developed by chips, not and was not downloadable from Google Play Store, and that was not successful software. Meaning is that if you install a software from Google Play Store, then it will be definitely be useful and secure. So I told you earlier, make use of virtual keyboard like this in online transactions. This type of keyboard comes, so key logging cannot be done. That means key strokes cannot be recorded. In ATM cards, you know that 16 digits are given on card number and 4 digits are of PIN number. Therefore, total all these 20 digits are encrypted. This type of message is given by State Bank of India. State Bank never sends email and embedded links asking you to update or verify confidential or personal details. If you receive such emails, don't respond. That means State Bank itself says, don't give your personal details. A line of about digital payment. E-wallet or M-wallet is just like an ordinary purse which you wallet, you keep in your pocket. Similarly, this Paytm, PayPal, PhonePe, etc. have come up. So these are very good things I would like to add, because you are transferring some amount from your bank account into these wallets, and then from these wallets you are paying. That means your CVV number or expiry date, card number, etc. is not directly getting exposed. So, and these are very simple also. Now coming on firewall, I told earlier that institution like GECs, they should install firewall on their where in their server room. So firewall is just like gatekeeper or chokidar or border security force. It watches the traffic, internet traffic. What if what message is coming, what message is going out. So firewall is installed near routers. So I'm giving example of firewall which is installed in Ravi Shankar University. So these types of settings are possible. Groups may be created. Teacher group, admin group, student group, etc. Then here are file transfer, gaming, general internet. You may, it is up to you or up to the administrator to allow or not allow, like this. So various settings are there. VoIP, same thing I told you earlier. WhatsApp make use of VoIP, voice over internet protocol. If you disallow then WhatsApp will not be possible to use through that Wi-Fi network. That means from your college network. From your personal mobile network, you may make use. But through if you are accessing the hotel Wi-Fi or your college Wi-Fi and you disallow VoIP, then WhatsApp will not be possible to use. So in this way, these are the things. Firewall settings are possible, various firewall settings are possible, and very fine control can be done by your college on each and every user of internet of your college, like this. These are the settings, these are the groups. You may allow or disallow, like this. Various settings are there. These are the things. These are the actual settings of Sophos firewall, which is installed in Ravi Shankar University. These are the settings. Regarding VoIP, I would like to tell, I had gone to Japan and I was able to talk in my house without without spending a single pipe. I was taking Wi-Fi from hotel. I was making use of internet through hotel Wi-Fi, and then I was making WhatsApp call to my house. So since it is coming through internet, there was no charge for me. I had gone to Nepal, and from there I made a phone call in my house. There was a tremendous charge because it was not through VoIP. So in this way, suppose some incident occurs with you, that online complaint can be lodged against cyber crime. So National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal is available at https://cybercrime.gov.in, and this is a Government of India initiative. But I had told you earlier, suppose you share your password and then you say that fraud has taken place with you, or you share some of your important information and then you go in bank or in police, that fraud has taken place yourself, then bank and police both will say fault is yours. You have given the information knowingly or unknowingly, and therefore nothing can be done. No complaint can be lodged. So remain alert. Don't share your personal things, knowingly or unknowingly. For students, particularly, these are some useful courses: PG Diploma in System Software Development at CDEC, PG Diploma in Advanced Secure Software Development. This is also at CDEC. Both are of 22 weeks full-time courses. PG Diploma in Cyber Security and MTech in Cyber Security from NITER Chandigarh, and short-term certificate course from IIT Kanpur. You can do it. IIT Kanpur has very rich cyber security lab. Probably the best lab of India is in IIT Kanpur only. So you can get the exposure of there also. So conclusion is, more stringent norms are to be formed for punishment at government level. IT Act was firstly enacted in 2000. Later on, it was modified in 2008. Now social media have come up. Therefore, IT Act needs to be modified. And each and every internet user needs to be more vigilant, aware, and up to date. So thank you for patiently listening. If any question, I would like to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure our students are very much facilitated with their knowledge. Now I would like to invite Samiksha Shukla ma'am for vote of thanks. Samiksha ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So we are going to question answer session. I want to ask everyone if any queries, any question, please ask anything to sir.
Good
Good
afternoon, sir. Sir,
Yes,
myself Mithali, and my question is, what is blueborn attack?
actually, it is because of Bluetooth. It is because of Bluetooth.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are using the Bluetooth from some device.
Yes, sir.
And you are making use of it with good intention. But your traffic is being monitored by the user of that device. So
Yes.
this type of attack had become very important at one point of time, and that is called blueborn attack.
Yes, sir.
It comes through Bluetooth.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, as you have pointed out that big tech companies like Google, Facebook, and Amazon track our data on daily basis. So,
Yes.
sir, and throw ads on us, right? Sir, I wanted to know that how could we stop this? Basically, how could we go anonymous on the internet, sir? I wanted to know that.
See, two things are there. One thing, you are helpless there, in India at least, because you are yourself giving the permission right at the time of installation. And if you don't allow them, then software will not be possible to be installed. Okay, you are yourself allowing them, and then how can you say that they are cheating? You cannot say like that. And second thing, alternative, as China has done, some other countries have done, totally ban Facebook, WhatsApp in entire country. Then thing is different.
Right.
But otherwise, you have to that means tolerate the policies of company.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. My name is Srujan Kachwaha. Sir, I would like to ask the question, sir, as you said that WhatsApp encryption is so strong that even WhatsApp cannot decode the chats. But sir, we have seen so many news that some WhatsApp chats has been leaked. So, sir, how is this possible, sir?
No, what happens that WhatsApp message cannot be decoded except sender and receiver. Nobody can understand that. That is 128-bit AES encryption. You might have heard DES,
yes,
RSA, AES, Diffie-Hellman algorithms. These are so much strong encrypting algorithms, nobody can decode it. So I don't think that, as you are saying, that there may be certain other reasons. I don't know what you are telling or what you are asking. But as far as this message is concerned, that cannot be decoded.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind response. We are going to student feedback session. I would like to invite Srujan.
With all the respect and regards, I would like to thank Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir for this informational webinar. I would like to quote Shri Vivekanand that darkness is nothing but the absence of light. Similarly, your presentation has set the light of awareness among students as to how to secure ourselves or save ourselves from falling in such traps of harmful attacks. Thank you very much, sir, for your delightful and knowledgeable webinar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Srujan. I would like to invite Arundhati.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative webinar. We get so much information about the cybersecurity, As we know, cybersecurity is very important in life, as after the pandemic, people are more habituated to mobile. So, it's important to secure our personal details. Thank you so much for the information you have given about certain in King of Spying, and most important thing, that is JS card we can use within Chromes and Mozilla Firefox and other things. Thank you so much, sir, for the webinar. We are glad to have you today's webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arundhati. I would like to invite Shashwat.
Thank you, sir, for the webinar. It was a great information and informative webinar for the students during the pandemic sessions. As during the pandemic, the students were more likely to fall in this trap by the cybersecurity and may caught in various traps by attackers. So thank you for the information you have provided. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shashwat. I would like to invite Tarun.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, Sanjay sir, for your guidance and information regarding to cybersecurity and encryption and authentication processes. And I would like to have some points on Google password saving system, like the passwords that we assign to some websites such as Udemy, Udonix. These are some of the websites from which we study online. So Google allows the password to be saved, and this is very informative thing that you have said. And about the petrol pumps, that you said that we should not use mobile phones in petrol pumps. So in my perspective, the QR codes of PhonePe and Google Pay should be placed to the manager's office room, not in the not in the petrol pumps itself. So thank you for your guidance, sir.
Thank you, Tarun. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, ma'am. Now for commencing today's session, I'd like to invite Sonia Wadhwa ma'am for vote of thanks. Sonia ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sonia Wadhwa, and I'm here to present the vote of thanks for today's event. I would like to thank our guest, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, for enlightening us with their knowledge. Today's webinar was full of interesting things. It gave deep insights into the topic cybersecurity. There were various points told by Dr. Sanjay Kumar that how we should be aware of security threats and prevention techniques, spying, phishing, notification, right of privacy, making documents protected, and of course the real-time examples. All these were very informative, sir, and I'm pretty sure it will be helpful for us in our future. I'm extremely thankful to our chief guest, Mr. Divakar Mishra, for his gracious presence. I take this opportunity to extend my most sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. B.S. Chawla, for granting permission to organize this webinar and also enlighten us with his words. I owe my special thanks to Dr. Seema Chauhan for her very valuable guidance and work. I'm also very grateful to all the HODs for organizing this wonderful webinar. I would like to acknowledge my thanks to GEC family for their presence and all the students for paying attention and learning.
At last, I thank everyone who directly and indirectly made this webinar successful. Now, I would like to call Ashmita ma'am to proceed further. Please.
Thanks, Sanjay sir, for this knowledgeable word. Sir, as students are very much facilitated with the knowledge, and they are now going formulation. Thank you, sir. Please, would like to conclude the session. So we can conclude the session.
थैंक यू सर. सर आपने ऐसे समय पे आपने जब पिताजी को खो दिया और उनका आशीर्वाद आपके साथ हमेशा रहेगा सर. और थैंक यू सर, आपने ऐसे समय में हमारे लिए समय निकाला.
जी जी.
क्योंकि आपने मतलब अपने कर्तव्य को निभाया. आपसे मेरी चर्चा कई दिनों से हो रही थी, लेकिन फाइनली सर इस वेबिनार को कंडक्ट कराया. हमारे बच्चे भी बहुत इस चीजों से बहुत सारी चीजें सीखे हैं सर. थैंक यू सर. और आशा करता हूँ सर कि भविष्य में आपके साथ हम मोर एंड मोर वेबिनार करेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर.
Thank you very much for giving me this golden opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you sir. विवेक सर.